Whether it's leagues, events, camps, or clinics you're interested in, Big Easy Sportsplex, 800 Webb Street in Elmwood is the place to be. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to Louisiana Baseball. Eric Richey alongside Joey Cabaceres inside the Big Easy Sportsplex, week 3 of our show. Everyone wants to know about this place inside, Joey, and I know right now leagues are underway.
Yeah, it's our big thing right now. We kick them off this week. Enrollment, you can come in anytime from now for the next couple of weeks. It's never too late to jump in any of these leagues. They are included if you're an unlimited member for us, so a nice little perk to being a member. We play right here at this little space indoors. You'll never get a rain out, perfect weather, great restaurant, great everything else around, so this is the time to get in.
For the next 30 minutes, Joey and I will break down the Louisiana baseball scene on a prep, collegiate, even a professional level this week. But we lead off with a team in Baton Rouge who got hot at just the right time. LSU sweeps Mississippi State with both great pitching and big bats. Another SEC Pitcher of the Week performance from Aaron Nola, a dominating 8 innings of shutout ball, 10 strikeouts, 2 hits, and 2 walks. Helps LSU to a 3-0 win. On the season, the numbers unreal. A 6-1 record includes a 0.47 ERA, 5th in the country, his 71 strikeouts, 3rd in the nation.
To some people it may look automatic, but you know, I'm actually working pretty hard out there. But tonight I got myself in a lot of good counts. I got ahead of a lot of people, and my defense played great behind me, and we got some insurance run. And like I said, I made some quality pitches, and Coach and I were on the same page with the pitches, so that made it easier for me.
On Saturday, freshman Jared Poche allowed just 1 run in 6 innings of work, and that was unearned. A 2-run sixth by the Tigers was enough to give LSU the 2-1 win. And how about the numbers from the left-handed freshman from Letcher? A 6-2 record, a 2.25 ERA with 31 strikeouts.
Coming into this game, knowing that they was throwing that Mitchell kid, he went 14-0 out the pen. I mean, that's huge. He knew he wasn't going to give up many runs, wasn't going to give up many hits. So, I mean, I knew I just had to try to put up as many zeros as I possibly could. The
8th straight time that LSU has won a series over Mississippi State turned into a sweep on Sunday. A 17-4 win included a grand slam by Cade Savick. The 20 hits by LSU, the most in an SEC game by the Tigers in almost 5 years.
So the Tigers this week, huge conference series against Mississippi State. They start off with pitching. Aaron Nola went out, dominated again, only 2 walks, 10 strikeouts, gave him 8 innings, saved the bullpen. Next game, Poche came out through a stellar game as well. And then the final game, the bats just got hot. You know, that's what happens. When teams get confident, when you feel like you can win, you feel like you're going to get the right pitch, that's going to happen. And that team, that's going to happen.
Joey Broussard came out and got a save and showing the emotion in Game 2. I know a guy who used to come out of the bullpen. It's a guy who's been working out here. He's getting ready for a pro season. Chad Jones, former LSU football and baseball star, works out right here at the Big Easy.
Yep, Chad's been here last couple of years. We got him back when he decided he was going to forego football and go to baseball. Interesting piece was that he was worried his leg would be an issue. Not an issue at all. It's his back leg, so kind of they call it the push leg, but not a whole lot of pushing off going off. And he's healthy as can be.
He's starting the season in rookie ball, Billings, Montana, in the Cincinnati Reds organization. Let's check out Chad Jones working out right here at Big Easy Sportsplex.
Chad Jones is on his way back to being where I think I should be. My professional baseball career, Cincinnati has been A1 to me also. They treat me like a first-round pick.
And right now the Reds are really working. This is important. They want you to shorten this arm circle up, right?
Mm-hmm. They have high expectations for me, you know, because they said they've seen what type of player I am and what I can do into the organization. So things look good for me in Cincinnati. It's much less stress on my leg. You know, I'm also standing and pushing off on that leg. You know, with my left leg being the one that injured, that's my push-off leg. It's not too much of a problem, you know, as if it was my plant leg, you know, when I come down on my right leg as I throw. My leg is up to par, you know, I haven't had any problems. I do all the training, all the running that everybody else does, so my leg is doing pretty good. Expectations are, you know, I definitely want to come to the game with to be a little bit more knowledgeable, you know. At times, there were times when I had problems with people on base, you know, so I've been kind of doing drills and working on that. I want to be able to be in shape and be able to roll with the punches, you know, roll with the big leaguers who are out there. Actually, I'm actually one of the few left-handed pitchers that's actually in our organization, and I'm one of the few left-handed relievers. You know, I think there's only about 9 left-handed pitchers in the whole organization, you know, so there's an opening on the big league roster, you know, so they're looking for left-handed pitchers to move up fast in their, on their roster. So I'm looking to be in AA, you know, try to fit on a AA roster by the end of this season, you know, and that opened up the gates for me, you know, to be able to make my professional debut. Aroldis Chapman, man, it's just amazing, you know, just to even be a part of this organization, you know, and me being a left-hander, you know, I kind of feel like I'm in that group with, you know, that 106 miles per hour fastball, you know, so definitely, you know, it'll be my first time meeting him when I go on out to spring training, you know, so I'm excited to see what that's all about and see him pitch in person. You know, with me being a pitcher, you know, the do-sell program is strictly on the mound. You know, it's more so being in contact with the configuration of your body. You know, it's more so how your body responds to every pitch. Joey does a great job, you know, of breaking down the small parts, you know, from foot all the way to leaving your arm. My son is actually on the team, and that was actually an all-star team. They just won their first championship and actually got rings, you know. So it's definitely a great deal, you know, to be able to work out here and also have my son be here to work out with me and work out and better his career also. Chad Jones is a fighter, you know. I'm going to fight all the way to the end. I'm going to perform and do what I do best, you know, is be on the field and please my fans and please my family and be respectful towards Tiger Nation and Cincinnati Reds, you know. And once again, you know, I accept all prayers and everything. You know, and Chad Jones is on his way back to being where I think I should be.
As for the Tulane report, the Green Wave announced on Monday that Rick Jones would miss the remainder of the season recovering from health issues. It's been manager by committee in Jones's 10-game absence, but now it's Jake Gautreaux who has been named interim head coach.
Kind of a bittersweet deal. You know, obviously if you have a chance to take over, you don't want it to probably happen this way. You know, Coach Jones is my mentor. I have the most respect for him in the world. He's almost like a second father to me. So it is a little bittersweet, but they always use the phrase, you want 4 minds, 1 voice. So in this case, me, Coach Suter, Coach Hunt, and Coach Meyer, we're all in together, but now there's going to be probably just more of one voice trying to get these guys going in the right direction. And that's not to take anything from anybody on the staff. It's the way we've agreed to approach this as a staff, and we're going to move forward and give it everything we have.
It's time for our first break here on Louisiana Baseball. Still to come, Brother Martin and Gregory Dykman. They've got the muscles flexing again for the Crusaders. But up next, more college baseball as the Southern Jags look to turn things around for Roger Cador. Louisiana Baseball is brought to you by Big Easy Sportsplex, also by Spirits on Bourbon, Arrow Fence, and MyHealthInsuranceLady.com.
Big Easy Sportsplex in Elmwood is a 71,000 square foot membership-based indoor sports and fitness center. And it's not just for pros like former LSU star Chad Jones.
I'm a member because my daughter and I can train at the same time here at Big Easy Sportsplex.
I'm a member because while I'm getting ready for my season, my son can do the same.
With membership packages available for families and individuals, stop by and tell us, why are you a member?
In the heart of the French Quarter, the recently renovated Spirits on Bourbon, as seen on Spike TV, is your must-see destination on Bourbon Street, with nightly entertainment featuring our dueling piano show. Sing along and have a great time. Spirits on Bourbon, with our world-famous signature drink, the Resurrection, served in our souvenir blinking skull mug with tons of booze and a jalapeno for extra kick. Or try the Barber Beer. It's not a beer, it's a delicious mixed drink with whipped cream vodka, root beer schnapps, cream soda, and topped with whipped cream. Or if you dare, pay homage to our resident ghost, Edward Dubois, and have a shot in his barber chair. Come hungry. Our great food is served 24 hours a day, Thursday through Monday. Steaks, shrimp beignets, shrimp po' boys, and the best gumbo in the French Quarter. And for souvenirs, visit our website at spiritsonbourbon.com. Spirits on Bourbon, 615 Bourbon Street.
Throughout the fall, just everything we did, our whole thing was to respond after we've been punched in the face, and coaches keep on telling us, they tell us very often that a championship team is a team who can respond after getting punched in the face, and that's what we try and do.
That was Ragin Cajuns second baseman Jace Conrad bringing us back from break. Jace, now with a 17-game hitting streak, has reached base safely in 23 straight for the Ragin Cajuns, who picked up a road conference sweep over Troy. Again, the Ragin Cajuns let their bats do their talking. 37 runs in the 3-game sweep at Troy. Seth Harrison tied a school record, going 5 for 5 in Game 3, including a home run. Louisiana Lafayette now with 41 as a team. That leads the nation. Also back in the top spot in the latest collegiate baseball poll, and the first 30-win team in all of Division I baseball.
It doesn't really mean much, but we know that we're going to get everybody's best performance, when they come play us, so we got to stay ready for that.
So ULL, you keep repeating it, this team absolutely swings with mean intent. They scored double digits in every one of their games this past weekend. They have 5 games this week coming up. You'd think for any team that would be kind of a taxing schedule, but when you're hot like that, you want to keep playing. You want to get back to the diamond. You don't want to rain out. Get back on the field. Let guys keep seeing the ball.
Joey, thanks. Now to the Southern Jags, where the season not quite unfolding the way Roger Cador envisioned. Their last win against Nichols snapped a 7-game losing streak, and right now the Jags are on the outside of the SWAC tournament looking in. For more on what's going on at Southern, let's check in with Paul Boron.
Eric, it may seem like a bad April Fool's joke, but there's nothing funny about the start to the Southern baseball season. As they came here for a midweek game against Nichols State, they had won just 4 of their first 20 games, in a start that is highly unusual for this very successful baseball program.
We've really struggled in all phases of the game. It hadn't just been one, but we've found a way to do things bad, even when they try to do their very best. I looked at my friend Augie Garrido at Texas. University of Texas, he's got 3 or 4 national championships. Texas has got more money than anybody in the whole world. The greatest state for baseball. And they finished dead last in that league last year. Things can happen. So, do we want it to happen? Certainly not. But can it happen? Yes, it can.
One of the bright spots for this Southern baseball team is DJ Wallace, who leads the SWAC in home runs and is among the league leaders in batting average.
Coach always talks about preparation meeting opportunity, and I do everything I can, not just to prepare for every game, but to prepare for my career that I want to have in the long term. I know my job as a player is to do what it says I do, play. And all I can do is let all the other chips fall where they may, and that's all I'm trying to do is just go out there, suit up in number 42 every day, and just enjoy it and have some fun.
Now, the Jaguars did lose 3 key arms before the season even got going, but Roger Cador said he won't use that as an excuse. That's the story here in Thibodaux. Now back to you, Eric.
Meanwhile, the Ragin Cajuns not the only team in the state with 30 or more wins. How about LSU-Shreveport having a great year? 32-10, 14-2 in the Red River Athletic Conference heading into the week. All under first-year coach, Pilots alum Al Cantwell. The last 6 years, he coached at Byrd High School, where he coached Chris Cotton, who went on, of course, to set LSU's single-season saves record. LSUS ranked in the top 10 nationally in the NAIA.
Being in the top 10, I'm not sure that we've talked about the rankings yet this year. It's just one of those things. Our guys, I think that one of the reasons why we are having the success we are is we try to take care of the little things that we can control, and then all of a sudden 40 games into the year you find yourself in the top 10 and potential chance to be a 1 seed at the national tournament, which is our ultimate goal. But you can't do that without taking care of tomorrow. So that's just what we're doing, one step at a time, and slowly little things are adding up for us.
Time for another break here on Louisiana Baseball. When we return to the Big Easy Sportsplex, Joey and his D-Cell program.
Yeah, just a nice little program for throwers and hitters that's about self-awareness so you can self-coach.
We'll have that after this. Over 4 decades, Aero Fence has provided top-quality fencing, gates, and service. Not only specializing in all types of fencing, Aero Fence offers automated gates and controls. With an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, Aero Fence is fully licensed and insured. For a free estimate, log on to our website or call today.
At myhealthinsurancelady.com, we offer online quotes for Blue Cross, Humana, and Coventry, just to name a few.
That's My Health Insurance Lady.
We offer you expert advice on choosing a plan that's right for you and your family.
That's My Health Insurance Lady.
So go to myhealthinsurancelady.com for your health insurance needs.
That's My Health Insurance Lady.
myhealthinsurancelady.com.
How you doing? I'm Andre Labe. I'm a physical therapist. I'm actually the owner and CEO of Total Package Performance and Wellness Facility here at the Big Easy Sportsplex. Our program and our facility was actually spawned off of the idea that we have been seeing a dramatic increase in injuries in the adolescent age group from ages from like 10 to 17. Get athletic, beautiful. Call us here at Total Package or email us here at tpfunction.com and we can give you all the information on our program.
Over the past 2 years, Cypress Lakes Country Club at Ormond has made a $2 million investment into the facility and is now making a strong membership drive to reach our goals. Cypress Lakes Country Club is a great place to play golf, play tennis, swim, or entertain business clients. We offer a full-service sports bar, dining room, and grand ballroom for your wedding receptions and special events. It's a great place for golf, but we're so much more. Cypress Lakes Country Club, why don't you drop in and join today?
With the way that baseball is now, and being a year-round sport, we found that there has to be an emphasis on the arm and on kind of strength and conditioning throughout the body. We've been real fortunate in working with a number of real strong individuals. Joey over at Big Easy, with his D-Cell program, Andre with Total Package, kind of in the same building, where the whole concept is looking at then the entire athlete. It's not just about the arm throwing.
Welcome back to Louisiana Baseball. Dr. Greg Stewart from Tulane Sports Medicine brings us back from break. Eric Richey alongside Joey Cabaceres. It's the D-Cell program that, Joey, really this is your baby.
Yeah, this is kind of, one of the things that I contribute to this place. It's a small little piece inside of a giant place. If you take a look, this is called the Pro Mirror, and this is just part of the technology we're using back here to identify some stuff in hitters and pitchers. It's set up right now to go split screen, kind of side by side. We timed it kind of perfectly with this professional player on the right. He's our baseline. Some unique aspects of it is, we can stop it at any time, pause both, start drawing on it if we want. Kind of look at one of my favorite spots is to see where the hip is when they get the knee all the way up. So right here, you can kind of tell on this kid, he is straight up and down. He has not gotten, he's got a lot of bend in that back leg. Whereas on this guy, and especially in this angle, he's really come off the backside. So his hip right here has already started to move that way. If you keep continuing on, we'll get into what D-cell really is, and that's when the foot strikes. So about right here is when all injuries from this point coming forward happen.
One of the things we want to stress too, Joey, is it's not all about high school pitchers and college pitchers that you're working with. Little League elbow now is certainly a term that's being used quite a bit.
Little League elbow is huge, and you have to understand something. You and I, we're never going to get Little League elbow. Our growth plates have already closed. We're too old, okay? But in basically a skeletally immature player, which can be 19 years and under, can get this. And it's on the inside part of the elbow, the medial part of the elbow. The kid will point to it, and I hurt right here. Very pointed pain. And that stems from a lot of valgus force, a lot of stressors that are going on. And the breakdown happens in the growth plate where it starts to separate more. Now, if that continues to happen, it can evolve or fracture, and then they'll go ahead and put a screw in there. When I go to throw this ball and I'm coming at you, it doesn't matter if this is a baseball or a javelin or a tennis racket. When that thing comes out, my hand's going to turn over this way. It's called pronation. So you'll see pitchers get in a pronated form. That's passive. You can't make it happen. You can't force it. It's going to happen. When guys throw and they try to say experiment with curveballs and they kind of don't know what they're doing with that, their fingers tend to cast around the curveball this way. And so now we call it lateralizing. They go laterally away, medial in, and then they have to come all the way back to this pronation spot. Not to mention, some misnomers or misteaches that are out there are, snap your wrist, or I've never heard of anybody snapping a wrist. I can snap my fingers, but not my wrist. And so if I take my wrist and try to snap it to get that action on the ball, now I'm violent this way and violent back. And the joint that's going to receive the stressor from that's going to be the elbow. So that's just one piece at the arm that we have, but it's built from the ground up when you're talking about all this stuff.
Joey and the people at Big Easy Sportsplex work with literally a network of orthopedic surgeons, one being Dr. Luis Espinosa, a guy who knows a little thing about Little League elbow.
There's millions of kids playing baseball every year, and one of the most common complaints is going to be elbow or shoulder pain. So the Little Leaguer elbow is going to be when those young bones that haven't completely fused are being taxed and overused, then they have a potential risk of breaking down. This is what a normal elbow would look like in a 15-year-old player. On the inside here, these lines are not breaks. This is the uninjured side. This was actually a left-handed player. This is his right shoulder that we took for comparison views. If you're then in X-ray the injured side that he came in reporting a 2-week history of pain and then the sudden onset of a pop when he was trying to exert a forceful throw, you can see here the difference where this piece of bone has completely pulled off compared to the normal side on his right side. This is not a good situation to be in. Once you have this, there is no casting, there's no splints, there's no bracing that can account and help this heal. So the treatment is actual surgical stabilization, reduction, and then fixation with some type of hardware, in this case a screw that is used to run up the center of that piece to capture it and then compress it back down onto the bone. We have another case. This is a 12-year-old, so this is a younger, very competitive baseball player, came in right-hand dominant, not quite as acute of a pop as the first case that we showed, but still very symptomatic. This had grown over the course of weeks. In fact, he had been treated a period months before this with some rehab, some strengthening, some stretching, but was able to return back and then had subsequent breakdown. And then this is the piece that eventually ended up failing. MRI confirmed that this was detached and involved, and so surgical treatment again, holding, capturing that piece, reducing it, and fixing it to allow it to heal. In this case, his return to play and throw was about 4 months. So, you know, one of the big things with the decel program and with everything that we're trying to accomplish over at Big Easy and with the decel program is education, an awareness campaign, trying to get players not only feeling better, but preventative measures to help avoid these injuries that come up.
Dr. Luis Espinosa, also the chief orthopedic consultant for the New Orleans Zephyrs. And speaking of the Zephyrs, it's opening week for the Z's.
New manager and a couple of new players that you might remember from a few years back.
We'll talk about the Zephyrs opening week when we return to Louisiana baseball from the Big Easy Sportsplex. In the heart of the French Quarter, the recently renovated Spirits on Bourbon, as seen on Spike TV, is your must-see destination on Bourbon Street, with nightly entertainment featuring our dueling piano show. Sing along and have a great time. Spirits on Bourbon, with our world-famous signature drink, the Resurrection, served in our souvenir blinking skull mug with tons of booze and a jalapeno for extra kick. Or try the Barber Beer. It's not a beer, it's a delicious mixed drink with whipped cream vodka, root beer schnapps, cream soda, and topped with whipped cream. Or if you dare, pay homage to our resident ghost, Edward Dubois, and have a shot in his barber chair. Come hungry. Our great food is served 24 hours a day, Thursday through Monday. Steaks, shrimp beignets, shrimp po' boys, and the best gumbo in the French Quarter. And for souvenirs, visit our website at spiritsonbourbon.com. Spirits on Bourbon, 615 Bourbon Street.
Big Easy Sportsplex in Elmwood is a 71,000 square foot membership-based indoor sports and fitness center. And it's not just for pros like former LSU star Chad Jones.
I'm a member because my daughter and I can train at the same time here at Big Easy Sportsplex.
I'm a member because while I'm getting ready for my season, my son can do the same.
With membership packages available for families and individuals, stop by and tell us, why are you a member?
I feel great. It's probably one of my best outings I've ever had. Just want to throw nice and kill him.
He throws strikes, he throws hard, keeps him off balance. We have a chance every time he comes out. He had 10 strikeouts, walked 2, and you win a lot of games when you do that.
Threw a ton of strikes, and they just couldn't touch him. They only had, I guess, like 4 or 5 hits in 7 innings, so he did awesome. He was aggressive early, threw a lot of fastballs early. We could never pull the trigger on him. You know, he's good.
Last week, Destrehan, Hahnville. This week, Bird and Captain Shreve. As far as high school baseball rivalries, Captain Shreve won that game 8-4 head-to-head. Now, those two teams trying to get into the 5A playoffs, but as we take a look, Joey, at the top of the Louisiana baseball rankings in 5A. You're familiar with all three of those.
Yeah, the top team is Barb. They're nationally ranked. I mean, they're going to compete for a national title. Real close with Coach Giacchini over there. We drive there to Lake Charles, work with their pitchers, do a lot of their stuff with D-Cell. He's adamant about this stuff. So we're really rooting for those guys. And then two of our local boys, Jesuit and Brother Martin, Coach Wisniewski, Coach Latino. Those guys are in here every night of the week. So big fans of those guys, big fans of everybody. But those three teams specifically, we do a lot of work with those guys.
As we take a look at our high school baseball spotlight, we shine it on the Brother Martin game with Holy Cross to end last week.
Corey came in and did a great job. He came back on a little bit short week, shorter than what we usually bring him back on. But he came in, he threw a lot of strikes. It helped that we jumped out 2-0 lead in the first inning and then added some more later to get a 5-0 lead. Makes it a little bit easier to pitch in that condition. We've been playing well. There's some things that, every day that we go out, we always got to improve on something. We still got some things that we feel that we still need to get better at. We're not where we want to be, but I think we're going in the right direction.
Holy Cross is a great opponent. Finally back in the Catholic League this year, so it's fun to play against an opponent like them. Just try to stay with our approaches, try to work as a team, get runners in, and work behind our pitches. We had our stride in the beginning of the season, and we experienced a couple games off against Conville and Jesuit, but we're hitting our stride again. So we feel comfortable going into this next week of district, and we're just going to keep trying to carry the momentum.
For over 4 decades, Aero Fence has provided top quality fencing, gates, and service. Not only specializing in all types of fencing, Aero Fence offers automated gates and controls. With an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, Aero Fence is fully licensed and insured. For a free estimate, log on to our website or call today.
I've had Andy for a couple seasons in Jamestown and Greensboro, and I like Andy. We go out there, all he asks is to go out there, play hard, don't take the game for granted, and you'll have a lot of fun.
We finish up with Around the Horn, and we check in with the New Orleans Zephyrs. Kyle Jensen brings us back from break. The outfielder for the Zephyrs homered on opening night. It's been a rough start, but it's a new look for the Z's.
Yeah, cool team. I mean, it's always nice to have a local product like Brian Bogusevic, who played at Tulane, come back, play with the Z's, see him in a pro uniform, have some friends, family go out, watch him play.
A couple of other guys we're real excited about, big pitcher left-hander Brian Flynn and third baseman Zach Cox. But as far as the Zephyrs, you guys do a lot with them. I know you have something you want to talk about.
Yeah, we have a cross-promotional marketing thing we do with these guys every year. We'll bring in Josh Tolbert. He's our COO at Big Easy. It's more than a mouthful for me, so he'll be able to go ahead and tell everybody about it.
Josh, what's going on, man?
So Sunday, April 27th, we've got Pepsi Day at the Zephyrs Field. We've actually got 8,000 tickets we're going to give away. So if you want to grab one of those tickets, all you've got to do is go to BigEasySportsplex.com. You're going to go to our promotional page. You're going to fill out an inquiry form to have a chance to win a free month's membership here at Big Easy Sportsplex. And just by filling that out, you're going to get yourself 4 free tickets to the game, to the Zephyrs game on April 27th. Just stop by Big Easy Sportsplex and pick them up.
The other piece is any purchase out of the Marucci store, a bat, a glove. I know a lot of kids are doing grading right now. We can size you with bats. We can size you for gloves, batting gloves, bat bags, and any purchase out of Sidelines Cafe, which is some phenomenal food, crawfish enchiladas, you name it, they got it. Any of those purchases will also come with free tickets.
'Tis the season to sign up for leagues, and Big Easy Sportsplex is the place to be. That'll do it for another edition of Louisiana Baseball. For Josh and Joey, I'm Eric. Thanks for watching here at the Big Easy Sportsplex. Good night, everybody.